understood right here as a younger man in 1943. And with the sweat and his tears, the rain and the years, he grew life from the soil and seed. Oh, I'm going down to the dreaming fields, but what will be my harvest now? Where every tear that falls on a memory feels like rain on the rusted plow. Rain on the rusted plow. And these fields, they dream of wheat in the summertime, grandchildren running free, and the bales of hay at the end of the day, and the scarecrow that just scared me. Now the houses, they grow like weeds in a flower bed. This morning the silo fell. Seems the only way a man can live off the land these days is to buy and sell. I'm going down to the dreaming fields, but what will be my harvest now? Where every tear that falls on a memory feels like rain on the rusted plow. Rain on the rusted plow, like the rain on the roof, on the porch by the kitchen, where my grandmother sings. I can hear if I listen, running down to the end of the world I loved. This will be my harvest now. And the sun rolls down as big as a miracle and fades in the maritime sky. And the corn and the trees wave in the breeze as if to say goodbye. As if to say goodbye. As if to say goodbye.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
Look at that beautiful new piano.
Look at this piano.
Well,
It's a joy
hello.
to play. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on another lovely Wednesday night. You'll notice the living room has been rearranged yet again. This is
Yep.
what, the third week in a row we've totally rearranged this thing?
We have.
For a very good reason, though, this week.
Yes. Very, very good reason.
And that first song
Yes.
was the very first song you did in our first episode.
It was the very first song.
So
It was
very-
the only song we did.
Yeah, very appropriate that you
Yeah.
tried out your new piano with that tune.
I've just been so excited, everyone, to get this piano. It's a lovely instrument to play, and I've been so looking forward to having it and playing it. So anyway,
You know what else we're looking forward to, and we're so excited about. And she's excited.
Yes.
Who's over there? She's like,
Is it Martha?
she's jumping up and down. Come on in.
Martha.
Would like to introduce everyone to Martha.
Welcome, Martha.
Martha Renaud. And she came all the way from Windsor.
Oh, it's such a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, driving down to Tennessee was a long way. This was nothing.
Now, yes, I would rather drive to Tennessee than to Guelph. No offense, Guelph.
No offense.
Guelph is pretty, but the Smoky Mountains were beautiful.
Oh, yeah, those Smoky Mountains.
Absolutely. So thank you for coming.
Yes.
Oh, that's fun. Hi, David.
So happy
David
you're-
was the one. David Lum was the one who told me about you guys. And so
Yeah.
you
Oh,
got
there
to
you go.
come and do this.
He says, hi, Martha.
Yes, that's good.
That's great.
Darn it all, you're in Vancouver.
Yes, he says, hi, guys from Vancouver.
Aw.
He was going to come and hang out in the living room with us. but,
Otherwise, he would have been here. So
he would
yeah.
have been here. He might have even played some along with me. With
Oh,
the bass
might
player.
have. We would have made him.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah,
because
we're-
he's the bass player, you know. Among other things, he does other things, but bass players are tray cool.
We love his
They sure are.
songwriting and his smooth as silk voice.
Yes.
Does.
Well, we have some people here. We
Oh, yeah.
have,
Romper room time?
Glenna Ross.
Take it
Hi,
away, Lady
Glenna. And Stacy Landry. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, Stacy.
And my dear sweet sister is watching.
It's
Isaac.
National Sibling Day.
Hi, National Sibling Day, Steffi. Liz Dudden is watching.
Happy Wednesday, Liz.
Pam Davies is watching. Hi, Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Andy Hughes is
Good to see you back.
watching. Hi, Andy.
There's a crowd.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. We.
Liz Dudden.
Awesomeness.
I just want to say to Liz that we're so sorry that you lost your
Your new
dear
car?
grandmother.
Oh, nerd.
And her grandmother passed
Yeah,
away.
grandmother.
So,
So
anyway,
sorry.
been thinking about you, Liz. Jeff McLoon is watching. Hey, Jeff. Holly Knight
Hey,
says
Jeffy.
Happy Wednesday. Isaac Ward. Piano sounds great. That's good.
Sounds beautiful.
Happy Wednesday. Thank you, Isaac. Donna Spangenberg. Beautiful, lovely.
Hey,
Thank you,
Donna.
Peter Mandick.
Hey, Peter.
Hi,
Great having you
Peter.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And Steph says, this song brings tears to my eyes. Think of all the LeBlancs.
It worked.
Playing in the fields of the farm. I know, me too, Steph.
Intended effect
Yep.
achieved.
And Martha David Lum says, hi, Martha.
Hello, David.
Ed Jansen says,
Miss you.
hey, Martha.
Hi,
Jim,
Ed. Oh, thanks for tuning in all the way from Windsor. There we go.
Nice.
Love
Thanks
it.
for joining us.
Jim Hauling. Nice
That's-
living room.
That's it's not your friend Jim.
It is. Hey, Jim.
Hi, friend Jim.
Tracy Darling is watching. Hey, Tracy.
She
Aw,
loves our new look.
Your brother from another mother is here, Jeff McAloon. Love your new living room look. Aw, sweet. Well, there we go. Well, we've all
Lovely.
checked in.
Lots of
And,
people.
My friend Grant's watching. Sheree Gregg is watching. So if you're watching us for the very first time, which hi and welcome to our living room.
Yes.
Please, if you want a shout out, we tend not to see your name show up as watching unless we're friends on Facebook or unless you type something. So please type something.
Feel
Say
free
hello.
to say hi.
Where you're from, and we'll give you a shout out here on the air. So if you're watching from Windsor, a friend of Martha's, and you're just going to lurk and be quiet, that's absolutely fine. We're happy to have you. I will say, if you're so inclined, maybe hit the big old share button just down there somewhere, and if you're on your device or your laptop or your whatever you're on, just hit the big old share button and invite more people to enjoy Martha's music
That's
here
right.
in our
This is
living
great.
room.
It's awesome.
So you came all the way
All the way from Windsor.
to
I did.
play.
I did. So I'm going to play.
You play for us,
Please
Martha.
do.
I'm going to play. So this first song I'm going to do for you, I did a couple of projects at a studio out in a little town named Kingsville. Beautiful little place. And I don't know if you watched that show on CBC, Still Standing, about the little towns. And when you talk to people that have lived in a little town and never left, there's something special about that. So I wrote this song, My Hometown, to kind of capture that there's something special about coming from a small town. So it's called My Hometown.
Beautiful.
Well, I open up the back door screen, looking up at a clear blue sky. A wisp is rising from my coffee cup. I breathe the morning in. I can't help but grin. It's a brand new day in my hometown. I think I'll wander down beside the lake and feel the breeze upon my face. Listen to the rhythm of the waves on the shore. It's that would take your breath away. Well, people ask me then, why'd I stay? I take a look around. There's something about this town keeps me hanging around. I love my hometown. Yada da 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 da. Yada 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 da 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 da. You might like the big city. You say it keeps you real busy with its bright lights and lots of glitz. I might like it for a minute, but there ain't nothing in it that compares to what I get in my hometown. Got my shoes on and my old straw hat. I think I wander down this path and meet up with friends down at Merle's Cafe, and there we'll talk and maybe go for a walk. It's just down the block in my hometown. You ask me why I haven't moved away. Had to be crazy to stay. Well, that might be true, but I just have to say it's like a great big hug. I guess it's in my blood. I can't get enough. I love my hometown. Yada da 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 da. Yada 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 da 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 da. I love my hometown. Kingsville, Ontario.
Woohoo!
But it actually isn't my hometown.
Great, Martha.
Lovely.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I love the chord progression in that song, and it's so happy. It just keeps kind of elevating you.
Yeah.
Keeps going up, da 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 da. I keep getting happier. Beautiful. And speaking of happy, I'm so happy. There's so many people joining us here tonight. Let's see here. I love this. Melissa says hi to her mom, Donna. Hi, Mom. Haha. Let's see. Francine Honey says hi, Martha from Leamington.
Hey, Francine.
Andy Hughes says, what a crowd. Yes, what a crowd. Thanks, crowd. Marilyn Rogers, hi, visiting Florida now. So are you watching us from Florida? If so, we really appreciate that. You're spending like your time on vacation. Maybe you live there?
That's nice. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Grant says, sounds really good. Let's see. Constance, beautiful voice. Tracy Darling, what a lovely song.
Well, thank you.
I think you have your friend Cyril says, hey, Martha. Cyril Robson.
Oh, hi, Cy. Yes, we did a show together, and with my bass player, and I have a good joke with him because his nickname is Cy, so it's Cy and I. And we're kind of deadly together.
Nice. Timmy McDonald, very nice, Martha.
Thank you, Timmy.
Francie says you sound great. David Lum says bravo. And Donna says sweet, happy strings. Very nice. She plays them bar chords like there's nothing to it.
Yeah.
She's got talented little hands there. Although she's shaking it off there.
Yeah.
Is it cold in here?
No, it's arthritis. It's a bugger getting old, I'll tell you.
You're still young, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah. That's why they make hair dye.
Let's go with that. Well, if you're a regular on the show, and you know that we take tips here, so if you want to help keep Martha in hair dye, head on over to streamlabs.com/myliving-room-live. No, seriously. Martha came all the way out from Windsor, Ontario.
All the way from
Oh,
Windsor.
it's such a long way. Now, if I ridden my bike, that would have been something, but I did drive in a car.
Yeah, maybe
How
you'd
long
be
did
here
it
for
take
next
you,
week.
Martha?
Oh, it's just 3 hours.
That's a fair distance.
Nah.
So if you're feeling so inclined, we got a website set up at
Yeah, I can pay for my gas
streamlabs.com/myliving-room-live.
home.
Yeah, see,
Get
that'd
some
be nice.
gas money. Just type in your name, type in an amount, and a special message that'll show up on the screen in the stream for everybody to see, and a nice dancing cat to let us know how cool you really are for sending a tip Martha's way. So I'll just leave that up on the screen, and you too can join the pantheon of generosity along with Tom and Carolyn and our good friend Jeffy
Jeffy.
and other folks here. And Mary Beth's watching. Hey, Mary Beth.
Dad.
She's one of our Patreon patrons. We appreciate your support, Mary Beth.
Absolutely.
So Jeffy and Doug and Tom and Martha and Rick, sorry. So yeah, we'll just leave that up periodically. I can't pin comments anymore. Facebook removed the ability, so I know, silly bellies.
So
let's hear some more music. That's why everybody's here, right? You're all
Yeah.
waiting.
I can't really be pinned down because I let things go the way they need to in terms of songs. They serve the song, but I grew up with traditional ballads from over across the way in England and Scotland and Wales, and I like the East Coast thing, and I like the Americana thing, and I like a little bit of country, but inside this small little folk heart beats a little bit of jazz.
Nice.
And I actually wrote this for a thing that I got invited to, a jazz night, so I had to write a jazz song. So I wrote this little song called Crazy.
All right, take it away.
Nice.
And I think, are you going to play with me on this
Sure,
one? Oh,
absolutely.
sounds
All
good.
right.
So we're going to do this.
Wish me luck.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, and... There's no time left for talking. Someone said I should keep walking. There's no time left to save me. Well, I think I'm going crazy. Well, there's something undeniable. And people said I'm certifiable. It's a certainty, not a maybe. Well, I know I'm going crazy for you. Crazy for you. Just to be near you, I find it so sublime. There's some that say that love is blind. Your presence infiltrates like tendrils through my mind. Well, maybe I have just had too much wine. There's no time left for talking. Some said I should keep walking. There's no time left to save me. Well, I think I'm going crazy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-ba. Someone said I should keep walking. There's no time left to save me. Well, I think I'm going crazy. If this is madness, then I plead insanity. There's no place else I'd rather be. Just put that jacket on and throw away the key. 'Cause there is just no escape for me. There's no time left for talking. Some said I should keep walking. There's no time left to save me. Well, I think I'm going crazy. Well, there's something undeniable. The people said I'm certifiable. It's a certainty, not a maybe. Well, I know I'm going crazy for you. Crazy for you. Crazy for you. Crazy for you. And I knew it was just a matter of time till I went crazy for you. Ba-dum, bum.
Nice. That was awesome.
Lovely.
Nice job
So
there,
that's
Martha.
the heart of jazz.
That's great.
There, I did my best to keep up.
I know.
Oh, thanks for letting
We
me
just
play
kind of
along.
did this on the fly, so that was great. That was fun having you play
sounded
along
great.
there.
Oh, well, thank you. And we got a tip from Jeffy.
Thank you, Jeffy.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jeff.
Jeffy.
Jeff,
sweetie
you rock.
pie.
And Francine was asking, what is the link for tips? So I put it back up on the screen there. Like I said, Facebook won't let me pin comments anymore. Those bums. Those bums, you face. Oh, thank you, Facebook, for letting us do what we do
Yes,
here.
thank you, Facebook.
So I take that back, Facebook. We love you.
Kissy, kissy, moo, moo,
Kissy,
moo.
kissy. Let's see. Melissa says that she needs you at one of her bonfires. She loves your vibe. You
Where's
must
the
do
bonfire?
Yeah, where's the cake?
Where
just
is it?
send your address to. It's. I'm sure it's in New Brunswick
It's in New
somewhere.
Brunswick.
Okay, hey there. Make an East Coast trip there.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Everybody needs to make an East Coast trip.
Yes, I did make an
Oh,
East
sounds like
Coast
you've
trip.
done that.
I have done that.
Where did you go, Martha?
I did my second recording at JP Cormier Studios.
Say.
Yes, I did.
And when was that?
That was, 2016.
Okay.
That was a while ago.
great.
And interestingly enough, I left right about now,
Yeah.
and I had to drive to the airport in the worst blizzard I've ever driven in. The highway was closed from Pictou to Halifax, and I didn't know it. And it took me like over 3 hours to get to the airport, and I didn't know where it was. My GPS wasn't working. The signs were covered with snow.
Man, what a nightmare.
Love Nova Scotia. That's great. So-
Wow.
Francine just gave you a tip.
Oh, thank you, Francine.
All right, gas
I can
money.
get home.
Yeah, she can get home. I had a bed already and everything just in case. But you guys are coming through tonight.
Jams, but I'm going to drive home, but that's all right.
Yeah, we
Well, I got to
appreciate
drive home eventually anyway. I cook, They get upset when I leave because then the food runs out. And yeah, it's important.
Yes.
I have my one son's home, and
People like you can be very addictive.
he eats. Yes, I like to cook, too, and that's the problem. I brought the famous Windsor Folk scones for
Oh,
them.
yes.
That's
Yes,
my
yes,
reward
yes.
for when we're done.
That's
There we go.
right.
And if you want the recipe, if you go on windsorfolk.com, you can find the recipe. They're awesomely good. So.
That's fantastic.
So yeah, tell us a little bit about Windsor Folk. I think you might have some folks from Windsor watching.
Yeah, Windsor Folk is a great little listening space. We run an acoustic stage from September to May, and we're doing a concert this month with Benjamin Dakota Rogers and hoping that goes well. And got some great volunteers and people that just make it an awesome space. We had 75 people in our little wee room the
Wow.
other day, and we had cake, which was kind of fun. It was our audience appreciation day, so I made cake.
Nice.
So it was fun, and it's and I started out there, 6 years ago as a scared kid. Oh, kid, but anyway, playing a
And
song
now?
or two, and now I'm the prez. So there we are.
Da,
So,
da,
but
da, 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 da,
well,
da,
no,
da,
and
da,
all the accoutrements that come with that. But
Yeah.
I'm very passionate
So
about it.
you get the presidential car out in the driveway. I saw. Yeah.
it's good. So-
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I'm just so happy with having this great space. So we have the tagline where music comes home, where the coffee's hot and the people are warm and friendly, and where music comes home.
So if you're in the Windsor area, look up Windsor Folk,
Yeah.
and it's weekly,
No, just once a month.
once a month.
Our showcase is May the 17th, and we close out then, and then we'll start back up in September.
That's a Friday.
Yes, it's on Friday. It's
So
on Friday.
Check them out on Facebook. They probably have all the schedule and everything you
Yeah,
need
we
to
have
know. there.
Facebook, Windsor Folk Music and Art Society, or windsorfolk.com is our webpage.
There you go.
Anyway, very proud of
I bet. That's
that thing.
wonderful.
It's lots of fun. We got great
Yeah.
people that do that. So
Lovely. Well, I'm sure everybody would love to hear some more music. Janet
Yes.
Lovett says hi. David
Janet.
Lum says cool. Daddy-o.
Janet,
Leave it.
Love it.
Levitt.
Love it? Okay.
Levitt. Leave it.
because I have my cousin Janet Robert, and I didn't know if she was going to tune in or not.
She says hi.
Anyway. So this next song, when I play it out, I usually do a visualization. Anybody that knows me knows I love the outdoors, and my favorite place to be is up north. And just throw me in a lake, and I got a kayak, and I love hiking anywhere. So this little song is just about being in that kind of thing. So if you will indulge me, close your eyes and imagine that you're standing on the end of a dock on this beautiful northern lake. And the sky is a brilliant blue, and the clouds are so white they look like they've been bleached. And it's ringed with all the different greens of the different kinds of evergreens. And off to the right, a fish jumps, and you can see the rings emanate out from where it once was. And down at the other end of the lake, you hear a loon call. Behind you, you can hear the hum of insects. a shaft of light goes through the water, and you can see the little fish swimming around and the weeds swaying to the current. And you take a deep breath, and you can breathe in the scent of pine. And you just think, what a slice of paradise. Well, if I go to the water, if I go through the water, if I dive into that water, will I find what I desire? If I go to the woodpile, if I light it all afire, if I pass through the flame, will I know just why I came to this place of redemption, to this place that sets me free? And I just want to dive right in and let it wash all over me. Well, there are things that you can't know, there are things that you can't see. There are hopes and dreams and aspirations that we want to meet. But there are downed trees and boulders that obstruct at every turn. And the forest floor is littered with dead wood that's yet to burn. Well, there is respite for this restless heart that beats inside my chest. The scent of pine is so sublime, fills my soul with perfect rest. When I seek, I find if I can offer some advice. I hope you seek until you find your slice of paradise. 'Cause if I go to the water, if I go through the water, if I dive into that water, I will find what I desire. If I go to the woodpile, if I light it all afire, if I pass through the flame, I will know just why I came to this place of adventure, to this place that gives me life. And I just want to stay right here in this slice of paradise. Yes, I just want to stay right here in this slice of paradise.
Lovely. Beautiful. And you got another tip, but I can't pronounce their name. I'll do my best. From Suze with, looks like Itzel Suze. She says, keep plucking, or he or she says, keep plucking. Does that give you any hints as to who that might be? Do you know that person? Well, thank you so very much. We appreciate that so much. And Melissa loved your little scene-setting intro. I bet you closed your eyes. I bet you did. And Melissa's talking to her mom. She says, deep soul, hey, Mom? Aww. And her mom's loving it, too. So we love it. We got a mother and daughter both watching together tonight. Isaac Ward says, bravo. David Lum, loving it. He says, nice. So thank you so much for all your kind words, everyone. And thank you for your music, Martha.
Yes, this is lovely, Martha.
Thank you for coming out.
Yes, I was saying there's this. I'm doing a hospice service, and one of the songs that they wanted me to learn is by someone named Carrie Newcomer, beautiful spiritual songwriter from the States. And I thought, Carrie Newcomer. Well, I'm Martha late to the party. I was at one point thought I was gonna do this when I was a lot younger, and I was in university, and I met Stan Rogers. He came to
That's amazing.
Yes, he's a big guy. And I'm so tiny, but anyway, he came to our university a couple of times, and I was playing in coffee houses, but stuff happens sometimes, and you don't get to do those things, but I'm doing it now. So just like Peter Light, we're both kind of following those dreams, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
no, absolutely. We're all about that. So you never know. You might inspire some folks out there watching, too.
That's right. It's never too late.
Never too late.
Never. Oh, never.
So we're going to do some more?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I find that kids are good fodder for songs.
Yes.
I have two boys. Actually, there's a story about the Stonebridge guitars. I don't know if you want to do that or... But
Whatever
I
you
heard
like, you
Dave
have the
Gunning
floor.
at Windsor Folk about 7 years ago, and he was playing a Stonebridge guitar, and it sounded like melted chocolate. And you have to realize I'm an introvert, like paste me to the wall, and it's so here I am now, president of Windsor Folk, and a performer, so it's a stretch. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I went up to him and asked him about this guitar, and he says, "Oh, there's a place in Kitchener that sells them," and I called them up and ordered one, and it came, and I hadn't written anything, and I used to tell people I had 3 kids and I had to sell one so I could get the guitar. But I started writing back then, and I've got 3 CD projects and enough for some more, and starting to do this thing, and it was kind of a magical moment for coming that. So my one son is out in California, and I don't see him enough. And the one thing about being home is you just keep the kettle on. You're always here for them, and even though they fly away, just you want them to know that you're always gonna have them, and they always got a place to put their legs under a table. So.
Nice.
So this is called Keep the Kettle On. I see you sitting at your desk, and I love you more than you can guess. It seems so long since you've been gone, and that wheel of time keeps spinning round. You found your road and it drew you west, that ancient lure, enigmatic quest to find your place beneath the sun, and of ground hard fought and ground hard won. And there's many a chance and circumstance that keeps us moving on until we find the rest that holds us best and gives us our heart's song. But know if I could fly in the blink of an eye, well, I'd be right by your side. But you were born to soar and so much more, so I'll just bide and keep the kettle on. I see you sitting at your desk, and I love you more than you can guess. You know I'll always wish you home, but I know the heart that needs to roam. And there's many a chance and circumstance that keeps us moving on until we find the rest that holds us best and gives us our heart's song. But know if I could fly in the blink of an eye, well, I'd be right by your side. But you were born to soar and so much more, so I'll just bide and keep the kettle on. I'll just bide and keep the kettle on. I'll be right here, and I'll keep the kettle on, my dear. I'm right here, and I'll keep the kettle on. Get the tissues out.
Oh, beautiful.
Very lovely. I think you definitely touched some folks out there. David Lum loved the song. Deb Hastings says she's inspired. And Melissa says, so touching. She's getting ready for a trip and with her own kids. Beautiful. This hit me. I will keep the kettle on, she says. And Francine is empty nesting. Empty nesting is so hard. Thanks, Martha.
Yeah.
That's a real sweet way of putting it. I love how you say things.
I actually made him a music video for, like, just at home with my phone. I put the kettle on in the kitchen, and I had myself playing. I sent it for his birthday.
Aww.
His birthday is actually this month, so I'm missing him still. But and interestingly enough, when I wrote that, I said, you were born to soar and so much more. And since then, he's taken up paragliding.
Yeah.
And he's been to Chile. He's going to Spain. I actually went when I was out there. We did a tandem. It was really cool.
That kettle might be on a while. He's on some adventures.
Yes, he's like his mom. I like an adventure, too.
Oh, yes. Let's see. Linda Cobra is watching. Hey, Linda. Good to have you. And our neighbor Dana's watching. Hey, Dana.
Hey, Linda.
You made Donna cry. So
Aw.
touching. Why is this making me cry? I think we can all figure that one out. It's something that a lot of us can certainly understand. If you got kids and you don't always get a chance to be with them for whatever reason.
Yes, it's true.
As much as we'd like to.
Yes. So my youngest son was in the Canadian Armed Forces. He's not in at the moment. And actually, I do want to talk a little bit about a song I wrote called Lest Ye Forget. You can find it on my YouTube channel. You can find it on my Facebook page. I think it's everywhere.
I'll put a link up to your page on the screen so people can check it out.
So when he was in the Armed Forces, he was deployed over to Europe, and he happened to be at the Vimy War Memorial for Remembrance Day services just prior to the 100th anniversary. And I thought about him being there the day that he was there, and the words to the song, it's one of those songs that just kind of fell out. And his great-great-great-uncle actually was in the Canadian Expeditionary Force and fought there and survived. So I wrote the song from the perspective of a ghost of a soldier watching my son honor them. It's got so much in it. Shout out to Ed Everart and Stonehenge Productions, who in a short period of time we put a music video together, and it actually aired on CBC News World just prior to the official showing.
That's right.
Of the 100th anniversary ceremonies, and I was happy. I wanted it shared across the country, and it made it from St. John's all the way out to Vancouver. So that's Lest Ye Forget.
Love it. So you can find that on your Facebook page or your website?
Everywhere. I think it's
channel.
everywhere. You can probably find it.
Yeah.
And if you... Anyway. So I wrote this song when my son graduated from basic, and we were in Quebec. And you have to visualize this massive building where everything echoes. And the graduates came in from basic training, and there were 3 groups of graduates. And they're all in military precision with their gloved hands swinging, and the boots and the band. And it was just emotionally thrilling. And so I wrote this after that occasion, and it's called The Beat of Your Own Drum. Came into this life. The cord was wrapped around your neck not once but twice. And as I waited for that first breath to come, I felt so helpless for my newborn son. The seconds hung there for what seemed like hours. The team, they did what they could do. And as you lay there, I appealed to higher powers. For this, my little one, I could not lose. And then your arms swung high as your chest rose high. You could see it in your spirit, and you could see it in your eyes. It's the look that you get when you have overcome and started marching to the beat of your own drum. And as you grew, you started searching for your stride. but others' paths you often tried. And it didn't suit you, so you veered on for a time. 'Cause in another shadow you can't shine. Now there's a saying, to thine own self be true. And sometimes it's just things that you've got to do. People might not agree with you on every one, but you'll be marching to the beat of your own. It was a struggle till he came into his life. He had to try much more than once, much more than twice. And as I held my breath and watched his calling come, I felt so proud of this, my newfound son. And as his arms swung high as he strode on by, you could see it in his spirit and you could see it in his eyes. It's the look that you get when you have overcome and started marching to the beat of your own drum.
Lovely.
Bada-bing.
That's
Beautiful,
beautiful.
Martha.
I love that song.
I have a video of him walking by, and I'm like some little kid. I'm going, there he is, there he is. I was so excited, and there's a picture. I have it on SoundCloud. I resurrected it, and thankfully my sound engineer added some flavor to it, and I have the picture of me hugging him.
I
and
think I
it's-
saw that on there.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah. I
did.
was very, very happy, very proud of that young man. I'm proud of both my boys.
Love it.
So sweet.
But here, let's check in with chat. Let's see. Livia McQueen from the McQueens is watching.
Oh, hi, Livia.
Hi, Liv. Nice to see you. Is Chris watching too? Hello. Donna Spangenberg says, nice. Melissa says that you're an incredible songwriter.
Oh well, thank you very
I
much.
have to agree. David Lum says, fantastic. Anita Scheffler, sounds like you're having some technical issues. She's so sad it won't load for her. What we find works for most people is if, I know you probably can't hear me when I'm saying this, maybe somebody can type it out, is just swipe away whatever app you're using and then load it back up again. I know that live streaming can be a bit taxing on people's mobile devices and stuff, so we understand.
And to Francine out there, Kojako sucks. She tried to do a live stream, and it's just like, oh, it was
You
such
got to
a-
have good upload bandwidth, let
Yes,
me
yeah.
tell you. Let me tell you, if we get a hiccup with upload speed, we are toast. Things are looking good tonight, though,
Yay.
and sounding great. You know, if you're watching the show, you know, make sure you plug in some headphones, or maybe stream to a Bluetooth speaker if you got it, and maybe I'll just take this opportunity to talk about the fact that we've got other stuff going on, like we have a Twitter account. You can follow us at In My Living Room, or we're also on Instagram, where I've been posting pictures of our new piano at instagram.com/mylivingroomlife. Thank you. We also do have a YouTube channel, so if you're a YouTuber and you prefer to watch this show after the fact, and I don't know how you're hearing my voice if that's the case, but you can find us on youtube.com/mylivingroomlive. But the most fun thing is we are now a podcast. So what you can do is head on over to Spotify or iTunes or Stitcher, wherever you like to hear your podcasts, and then just subscribe to the podcast, and you'll get an audio form so you can hear everything. Basically, if you want to take us on a walk or on a drive or a commute or during a workout, without having to use up all of your cell data on video. Take the audio podcast with you wherever you go. And you can also listen to us Thursday nights on CROC Community Radio in Kimberley, BC, thanks to our friend Buddy Gold. So if you're a CROC radio listener, why not join us on a Wednesday night live and get yourself on the broadcast, so we go live Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sorry, thank you for your patience while
That's awesome. No,
I do love the podcast. I will actually sometimes listen to it while I drive because it's
that's
great
good.
music.
it is. Like I've
You don't get
listened
this
in on
anywhere
too,
else.
yeah.
You don't
It's
get this
great.
anywhere else.
No, it's awesome.
No, you do not.
No, you don't.
And I just want to take this moment in time and to say thank you both for having me up here. And this is such a fun thing.
Our
and,
pleasure.
It's my little mini adventure, escape from reality to come up here and do
That's
something
great.
fun.
And it wouldn't be fun without all of you out there watching.
That's
so
true. Thank you so much for signing in.
we want to thank everybody who's been watching us now. We've been on for almost an hour now.
It's by so fast.
Aunt Linda's watching. Hey, Aunt Linda.
Hi, Linda.
So thank you so very much from the bottom of our hearts to everybody out there watching live. Or if you're watching a replay, we love you too. We just don't know what you're saying right now. You have no option. I suppose you could comment on the video after the fact. We'll still read them. All right, you got some more Toonskis in you.
Yes, well, we did kids, so I'm always at a conundrum as to how to introduce this because it's a song with a twist.
Maybe leave it as a mystery, and
We're going to leave it as a mystery?
see if people can figure it out halfway through what the song's about.
So this is a song about a little Western diva, and her name is Miss Olivia Rose. So
That's the diva part.
we're gonna take you into the Wild West and talk about this
Lovely.
problem child.
All right, we'll take it away.
Well, she came into town, part of a posse of 12. It was sometime in September, but I don't rightly remember, 'cause it's all just a blur to me now, don't you know? Well, chaos and mayhem were the order of the day. She's a right little looker, I heard someone say, from her sweet hazel eyes to her pretty little nose. Well, Sheriff Ned had tried to keep them locked up and safe, but one by one they all have escaped from towns from here to Powassan, wreaking havoc wherever they go. Whether Stanley and Ranger and Pages and Lincoln, sometimes I just wonder, well, what was I thinking when I wrote me the ringleader, Miss Olivia Rose? 'Cause Zoe and Tucker created this spawn that runs roughshod through hearts and now tears up my lawn, and it's to them that I direct my diatribe. They made 12 little outlaws all in a row. My, oh my, little did we know that we got the ringleader, Miss Olivia Rose. Well, as a matter of course, now sleep is elusive, and family and friends say I've become quite reclusive, 'cause I'm being held hostage by this little outlaw. Well, there's biting and chewing and all kinds of doings, and over the gates now she's easily zooming, and a full moon is racing till we reach to another dawn. Well, they say it's a life sentence with no chance for parole, and there's no getting out, or so I've been told. So I might as well hunker down to this path I chose. With her little tail wagging, she's just so darn beguiling, and even when she's wild, I just can't help but smiling, 'cause she's my little heart stealing Miss Olivia Rose. Yeah, Zoe and Tucker created this spawn that runs roughshod through hearts and now tears up my lawn, and it's to them that I direct my diatribe. They made 12 little outlaws all in a row, and my, oh my, little did we know that we got the ringleader, Miss Olivia Rose. Yeah, we got the ringleader. Better saddle up, boys, it's gonna be a ride. Little Miss Olivia's come to town. She's a little heart stealer, Miss Olivia Rose. So did you get it? Did you get it?
Did you get it, everybody? I got it at the tail part.
That's
The
so
tail
The
part.
tail started wagging.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, I figured it out.
So anyway, yeah, there's Zoe and Tucker were the parents, and they had 12 little puppies.
Love it.
And one of them, Ranger, ended up in Powassan, and I had to put
I
that
love
in
that
the
you
song.
put it in there.
Like what rhymes with Powassan? That's a challenge for a songwriter.
Yeah.
I tell ya. So anyway,
You're up for it, obviously, up to the challenge. Linda Bastarash says, Aunt Linda, hi guys, sounds great. And apparently
Linda.
it's just Liv tonight, just Liv McQueen. Chris is not in tonight, so we're happy that you're spending your night with us tonight there, Olivia. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Anita Scheffler. Finally, when it was almost over, wonderful
Yay.
as always, she managed to tune in. Yeah, and you can always listen to the show on replay. It's the show gets archived as soon as we finish the live stream, and then I also upload it to YouTube as well. So you can watch it on Facebook, or you can watch it on YouTube, whatever you like. Or like I said, you can listen to the
hi
audio
Anita.
podcast.
She's my sister from another mother.
Aw.
She lives in Michigan.
Oh, hey. Well, hello from across the border. Well, we're getting close to the end of the show.
Oh, darn it all.
Yeah.
So I have to do this one. This is the reason why I went out to
Do the have-to-dos. We want to hear the
I have to
have-to-dos.
do this song. I went out to J.P. Cormier's studio. Some of the things I write sound country-ish, and as you heard, some things were jazzy, and I do like some of the East Coast kind of thing, and I figured this
too.
song had to be done by him. And it's based on a book by Charlotte Armstrong called The 9 Lives of Charlotte Taylor. And
Yes.
Charlotte Taylor was probably the first non-French European woman to settle in what is now Canada, New Brunswick.
Where
So
we're
all you
from.
pe- Yes, yes. And so she ran away with a Jamaican butler when she was 20. And she was a tall, fiery, redhead, hard-headed, independent woman, my kind of woman. So when I read the book, I had to write the song to go with it. So, and J.P. Cormier, please find my webpage and listen to JP do the due diligence on it. He has a different mandolin
I'll put it up.
reel between every verse, and he's fiddling in there, and he says this song kicked his ass putting it together. Hope there's no kids watching, but so.
Oh, you can say that on the show.
Yeah, I got. So anyway, so this is the song that I wrote about the book, The 9 Lives of Charlotte Taylor.
All right, take it away.
Let me try that again. Hang on. Well, my name is Charlotte Taylor, and I'll tell you about my life. I left all that I knew behind in 1775. I ran off with a butler, I was carrying his child. We set off for Jamaica, and we crossed the ocean wild. The voyage, it was perilous, we were lucky to survive. But shortly after we made land, my lover, he did die. He caught the yellow fever, now he's buried in the ground. I was rescued by a Commodore and I'm New Brunswick bound. I never was a lady and I said I had 9 lives. Just had to keep my wits about me just so I'd survive. A pioneer, a brigand, the devil some might say, but I left behind a legacy that survives this very day. Well, the Mi'kmaq and Acadians, they taught me how to live in a land 'twas big and wild and oft would not forgive. My Mi'kmaq friend Wayhoshe for 10 days was my guide, as he helped me in my quest for my children to provide. And it's going around the train. It's one of those older things. All right, maybe we're not going to do this. Lost lost my place. I'm so sorry.
I don't know
What are we
it.
going to do here? What are we going to do? All right, so she got shipwrecked. Okay. Nope, it's not coming. Anyway, I am so sorry, people.
Oh, it happens.
It happened.
And
It
it's
happens.
And it's an interesting story too, but you can find that
find it.
song on Martha's webpage.
Darn it.
And it happens, and it's such a cool story though, because you don't hear about things like that happening where women are actually able to obtain like land, let alone or any kind of rights. Let
How
alone
many
land.
kids did she have again?
She had
10.
10 kids. How many husbands?
4 husbands.
See? That's wild. And they all died. Did they all die?
All the husbands died.
Wow.
They weren't hardy enough.
Nope.
That bothers me. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to everyone. Look it up on the website.
Yeah, no, it's a great tune, and that must be hard to play on the guitar. I'm watching your fingers like, how the heck did you do that? Lovely.
Great.
Well, do you have another tune in you? And I know, Andrea, we'd love to hear you do another song too on your brand new piano. You've been off camera, and I got this nice spot on the couch so you could stay on the
So what are we
on
doing?
camera.
Am I playing one more, or is Andrea finishing?
I'd
the
like
show?
for you to each do one.
Oh,
you
Martha,
guys,
you have to do another song.
yeah, you both definitely get to do another one.
So, Martha, you brought that guitar. Are you going to play that other guitar?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I could. Are you gonna? I have to unplug, so
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know if
you
you
know
need to mute there. And
Yep, sure. No, it's all right. Not a problem.
They're such beautiful guitars.
I know. Hopefully, everybody got a good look at that. That other guitar. Oh, there's another lovely one. Here, we'll let you plug it in. Oh, there we go.
What was that, Martha?
This is the original, the one that I first got that I sold one of my kids for. I still have it.
Amazing.
There we go. And success. There we go. The sound is back. There we go. And Anita said that was just your ploy, a great enticement to get them to check out your webpage. So
Yeah, please do that.
Well played.
Well played, yes. Actually, my mom had a saying, it's, of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most.
Yes.
And actually, it's been kind of concerning because I introduced somebody at Windsor Folk as somebody totally different and didn't realize it till they got up there. And
I've done that.
yeah, so anyway. So this is my pub song, and this is actually based on a true story as well. It takes place in the 1350s in Yorkshire, England. And it's when someone introduces you and you hear their last name and you wonder, well, where does that come from? So there's a man I know, and his last name is Horrobin. And it makes you wonder, like, where does that come from? And he told me the story of how he got his name, so I had to write a song about it.
Beautiful.
And it takes place in the 1350s in Yorkshire, England, and I had to do some research for it. So this is called Horrobin. Came in from the downpour at an inn by the road. I was weary from travel and carrying such a load. You're not from around here, the barkeep proclaimed. What be your name, sir, is what he said. I said, pour me a flask, sir, and gather ye in. For there's much to the tale I'm about to begin. And it's true is as true as this weather we're in. 'Cause it's the tale of the telling of the name that I'm in. Jim Baker, Ben Miller, on Blacksmith and me. We grew up in Horrobin on the banks of the Tees. And never you'd find such fast friends as we, who ply at the trades we learned at our da's knees. Well, the summer 'twas o'er wet and the crops they were thin. But something more flaysome came in on the wind, and it crept over doorstones like a biblical plague. Taken more than firstborn, was no respecter of age. And as I stood in its stillness, not a bird would sing. And we buried the vicar today. Now the church bells don't ring. And there's nought here but ghosts of the people I miss. 'Cause the Black Death, it took every soul that it did kiss. Jim Baker, Ben Miller, Ron Blacksmith, and me are all who are left of this village on the Tees. Well, never you'd find such fast friends as we, who ply at the trades we learned at our da's knees. Well, Ben Miller said, hold now, we can't let death win. And I've been thinking on something, so gather ye in. And as he stood at those crossroads, we all did a vow that the name of our village would all be ours now. So let's raise a glass now to friends who are true, and to all of our loved ones and all that we knew. And may they live on as we all have avowed. So that be my name, sore. Let's have another round. 'Cause Jim Baker, Ben Miller, Ron Blacksmith, and me, we grew up in Harbin on the banks of the Tees. And never you'd find such fast friends as we, who ply at the trades we learned at our da's knees.
Lovely.
So that's
Beautiful,
that's what I call a
Martha.
pub song.
I love it. I think that was my favorite song of the night. I love your writing in that song, like the lyrics.
So it's the guy
so
telling the
awesome.
story,
I
and it's
know.
true. There was either 4 remnants of families were the only ones that survived when the plague came through,
Wow.
and they decided to take the name of the village
Yeah.
as their last name. And no one really knows where Horrobin is, so there was some artistic license. I put it on the River Tees,
Right.
and last names sometimes reflected what people did.
Right.
So and
True.
things like that.
Lovely.
Wow.
I love
Beautiful. I'm so glad you played that guitar.
it. Well,
Yes.
everybody is loving you tonight. Janet Roberts says, beautiful
Oh,
voice.
Janet.
Terrific mini
She's my
concert.
cuz. Hi, cuz.
Heck, she's here just cuz. Liz Dudden says, nice show tonight. I agree. Aunt Linda says, lovely song, great show. Deb Hastings, who's also another great singer-songwriter, says, great song.
Oh, thank you.
She loved that as well. David Lum, such great songs and lovely guitar playing, Martha. This is real music, folks. And I love hearing some of the stories behind them, behind the music too.
Me too.
But I love this comment from our good, our loyal viewer and good friend Melissa Spangenberg. Thank you for this show tonight, guys, and thank to Martha for her sharing her voice, her stories, and her music. Her voice is so comforting, but deep with honesty, history, wisdom, and a gratitude and recognition that is inspiring.
Well, thank you. Wow.
Yeah, and
That's
Anita.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for those lovely comments. Anita Scheffler loved it. And Donna says, thank you so much. Lovely evening. Linda Cobra says, lovely music. However, I would like to hear you play this new piano one more time. Are you up for it? You've been lacking on camera. We got to get you back.
I know.
Get back up here.
I've just so enjoyed it tonight, Martha.
It's been
Oh my
awesome.
It's been
gosh.
fun, yeah.
I really hope we can go down to Windsor maybe sometime in September and
Apparently, it's not far.
hear.
No,
it's not far
it's
at
not
all.
far. We start up the second Friday in September because we don't like to be too close to Labor Day.
Yeah.
Right.
But usually it's the first Friday, except for May, because we can't get the hall the first two. So we're the third Friday in May. So those are the only anomalies. If you go on the webpage, you can see all the.
We'll do that. That sounds
Look
wonderful.
up Windsor Folk on Facebook.
Yeah.
And MarthaRenaud.com
Yes.
is my webpage, and I'm on Facebook as Martha Renaud, singer songwriter, and
Yeah.
I do house concerts and
Oh, awesome.
things
so,
like that. So kind of like this, only instead of on the internet, I'll actually be in your living room.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so all the information I have in the show description, her website and her Facebook page. So hit Martha up either place to find out more about her and listen to some more of her music.
See, I really didn't want to do Charlotte Taylor because it sounds so much better with the JP version. So check it out.
Yeah, check it out on there. I'm going to keep asking you. You want to come on and sing another soon?
Oh yeah, I'll come. I'm coming. But Martha, do you have any siblings? It's National Sibling Day.
I have two brothers.
Do you?
Yes, I have two older brothers. One lives in Cambridge and one lives in Windsor.
Nice.
Yes.
That's
Eric and
great. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, I have a sister, and thinking of National Sibling Day made me think of this next song. So I'll sing it for her right now.
Yay!
Yes. Well, I'll sing it for my whole family, but mostly makes me think of my sweet sis and my wonderful parents, Ernie and Joanne LeBlanc. So this song is called "House of a Thousand Dreams."
Beautiful.
So
Let's hear this brand new piano.
new to us piano.
New to us. Yes, absolutely. And maybe we can convince Martha to sing one more. When we come
Oh,
on.
I think she needs to sing one more.
Aren't we over?
Doesn't
It's
matter.
the internet.
You can just stay.
Yeah, we're
So
already.
you think about what you might like to do, Martha.
That's all right. I already have one lined
Oh,
up.
There you go.
good.
Perfect.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
Take it
Are
away.
you going to play along? Maybe.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He says, I'm just a man. I work with my hands. But lately, no work has been around. I wish that I could put more on the table. Provide the life I'm sure my family dreams about. But there's cracks in all the walls and all the windows. And the flies, they find their way in through the screen. I just pray that hope will go on living in this house of a thousand dreams. She says, my husband's a good man, gives all that he can, but I know he thinks he's let me down. I just want him and the children to be happy. It's not always easy, but it's all I dream about. So I'll find some yard sale curtains for the windows, and I'll sew some yellow trim along the seams. I'll keep praying hope will go on living in this house of a thousand dreams. The boy says, my daddy's a strong man. My mama, she loves him. They love my brother and sister and me. Sometimes at night we lay out in the backyard and take turns wishing on the first star we see. And the crickets always sing outside the windows. And I love to feel the wind blow through the street. I sure hope that we can live forever in this house of 1,000 dreams. I sure hope that we can live forever in this house of 1,000 dreams.
Yay!
Well, there we go,
Yay.
everybody.
I love the new piano.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm so
I-
happy with it.
I bet you do. And we have people asking for encores, so you got to do it now.
Okay.
You got to do it.
Please,
gotta do it.
please. So, Martha, what are you going to sing for us?
Well, actually, this is a newer song, and it's in this funky tuning anyway.
Yay!
And
Funky tuning, my favorite.
At some point, David Lum and I want to do something together. We've been trying for ages to find something to do together, and I like his playing. He plays in some alternative tuning, so this
Yes, he does.
kind of inspired by some of the stuff that he does. And recently went through another tour around the sun, and it gives you pause to think about what's going on. And like I said, I'm later into this music thing. So I just wonder where it's all going to go. And this is just called Promised Land.
Beautiful.
Standing at the threshold at what's been and what's to come, wondering at this road ahead and thinking on what's done. And sometimes it's a circle game, and sometimes what's my line, and sometimes I get caught inside the wherefores and the whys, and it's all that I know and who I am. So I'll just keep on walking till I get to the promised land. There is pain in letting go and grieving what is gone. But sometimes more is holding you when you're holding on. And it's all that you've known. So I'll pick up my sword and shield and put my helmet on, shake off all the dust and care, rise and turn around, and turn a new page over, and pick up my pen, and let creation have its way to find a new amen. And it's all that I know and who I am. So I'll just keep on walking. Yes, I'll just keep on walking. I'll just keep on walking till I get to the promised land.
Lovely.
Beautiful, Martha. What a great way to end the show.
Thank
Yes,
you.
my
Beautiful.
credo and my path.
Ah.
I'll just keep walking.
Well, thank you for walking
Beautiful.
all the way from Windsor to join us here in Guelph tonight in our living room. Come back on the screen there, Andrea. We got to say goodnight to everybody.
Say night, night.
Yes.
So thank you to everybody.
Thank you, thank you.
Our good buddy Monty Gregg just tuned in at the last second. Hey, Monty. Melissa was singing back up to you in that last song. She loves your voice. Bernadine Gillis Reeb. Hey, wow, beautiful playing and singing. I agree.
Hey, Bernie, thank you.
Ann Osborne says, touches my heart. And Grant says, another good show. Well, thank you so much for tuning in.
everybody.
Thanks, everybody. And anything you want to say before next week there, Sweetie Pie?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, next.
Unless, Martha, are you my Sweetie Pie?
Yes.
No, I don't
Martha,
think so.
Martha, do you have anything you want to say?
We just met.
I'm just so thrilled to have come up to do this.
Yeah,
It was-
we're
it was
so
such
happy
a,
to have you.
Such a fun
Yes.
trip and a fun thing to do, and you guys are awesome. And I'm glad you're doing this because it's another great platform to
Absolutely.
share music.
Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
we're glad that that you and folks like you, reach out to us and find, value in what we do, and then all you guys out there watch and comment and share. So yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to share the video tonight, or make sure that you like your page, like Martha on Facebook,
Yeah,
hit her
that
up
would be
on
good.
her website or YouTube channel, and go out and see some live music IRL out in real life. But until then, come back and see us on Facebook next Wednesday night.
Excellent.
Until then, I just like to give a special shout out to all of our generous tippers tonight. So Francine and is it Sue? I think, and
Jeffy.
Jeff and Jeffy. All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks again, Martha.
Okay,
Thanks,
bye-bye.
Martha, and we'll
Have
see
a great
everybody
week, everybody.
next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.